Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Eben with a WBZ News update. Our top stories this Monday. Police officers in Worcester begin wearing body cameras today. About 300 officers are now equipped with these new body cameras. We're told they all have to be trained on how to use them. It's part of an effort to increase accountability and transparency in the city. The department field tested the cameras with about 20 officers in a pilot program back in 2019. A woman has been hospitalized after she was rescued from a fire in Brockton. The fire broke out on Peyton Court just after midnight. Firefighters found the woman on the second floor unconscious, but she was up and talking before paramedics took her to the hospital. 3 others in the home did make it out on their own, and the fire's cause is under investigation. 2 men are charged with kidnapping a woman in Vermont. Police say they arrested 45-year-old Mac Varnum and 36-year-old Nicole Cloutier on Friday after first responders found a woman in St. Johnsbury inside a vehicle with both her hands bound together with duct tape. Her head was also partially covered with a bag. Police say their investigation led them to these 2 suspects. They are now held without bail. And as we are gearing up for a next weather alert tomorrow, more snow and colder weather is headed our way. Let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Zach Green.
What started off with a few flurries on Monday morning has now brightened up as we roll through the afternoon. We are going to stall those temperatures, though, only landing into the low to mid 30s, so a bit of a wind chill value when you factor in the 5 to 10 mile per hour breeze. But honestly, there's really not much going on right through the end of the day. So whether it be after school plans or you just want to be out and about for some errands, we'll be doing all right up until about 10 p.m. Most people are off the roadways at that point. But the plows, the crews, they will need to get prepared for what is going to arrive overnight. This is generally 10 to 11 p.m. and afterwards that we're probably going to be dealing with some of the steadiest conditions. So Tuesday morning is really going to be our focal point. Could be some of the snowiest conditions of the entire season thus far. And the early commute tomorrow is probably going to be the worst of it. But nonetheless, I think we'll get some general improvement as we make our way into the afternoon. And the system itself is still far out of reach. We've got a few flurries left over from this morning's activity, a little more cloud cover to the Cape and the islands, but this is where the core of the energy currently resides. With the low pressure now moving into the northern side of St. Louis, and you notice the precipitation, a mixed bag from Chicago with the rain to Green Bay with the snow. We are dealing with the wintry side of that, which is why we are going to hold on to cold conditions later tonight and then introduce the flakes by 10 to 11 p.m. 25 degrees in Pittsfield, right there in Worcester, below freezing in Boston and Hyannis, which means that any flakes that fall at the onset of this are going to be stacking up and relatively quickly. I think it's a pretty good thump of snow as we wake up on Tuesday morning. So snow-covered roadways, we're going to have to get the snow brush out for the car. Take your time, give yourself plenty of extra minutes just to get the car started and kind of warm things up. The kids will obviously need the snow gear at the bus stop, but I think there's probably going to be a few delays in the mix. Not sure we're going as far as a full snow day, as it's not going to be all that impressive with the totals, but you notice the temperatures are moving accordingly, and by noon, 36 in Boston, 37 in Taunton, 39 in Hyannis, 41 on Nantucket. So the farther south and east you go, the more of that warm nudge is going to be available. We may do enough to kind of flip over into more of the slushy consistency to the south and east of the city, where we just get plain snow and stacking up in good fashion off to the north of the Pike, as the temperatures are going to be remaining within a degree or 2 of freezing. Whether it be 128 or the 95 quarter, north or south, anywhere from about 2 to 4. Now the 4-inch is probably on the western side of that range. But once you close in on the water, we're going to start compacting things with more of that slushy accumulation. 4 to 6 is still going to be possible out through southern Worcester County, and give it most of the 495 quarter from Metro West up into the Lowell connector. At 6 to 8, always glaring at us. I know the highest values are always something we want to take home, but that 8-inch mark probably going to be out into the Worcester Hills and up into southern New Hampshire. We will get a break for the middle of the week. 45 degrees on Wednesday. Some thawing is going to be possible as well before we turn to rain on Thursday, and that may have more of a wash-away effect too. 50 degrees that afternoon, and then we get another more potent system on tap for Friday and Saturday. More of a sleet scenario as of now. We'll keep a close eye on that by the end of the week.
I'm Paula Eben. This has been a WBZ News Update.